Welcome in, Taurus. I hope you guys are all doing well. This is going to be your love reading for April 1st through the 7th. Okay. I will be doing what may be challenging you in love in the first row. Then we'll do your current energies, and then we will do what you don't see coming in the future. Okay. The near future, I should say. And we are having a full moon on the 1st or the 2nd, matter on where you're at in the world. This full moon, well, full moons are about letting go of what no longer serves you. Okay, but this full moon is in Libra, and Libra is all about balance, harmony, and all of that. So we're going to see what Spirit would like you to know in love around this new moon. Okay, what do you have for Taurus, Spirit? What do you have for Taurus in love? What do they need to know? What are their possible challenges in love? Can I get another one, please? That one. And one more, please. Spirit. One more for Taurus, please. One more. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so the first card that came out is abundance, positive mindset, manifest, gratitude, and bliss, blessings. The second card that came out was death. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform. What's dead is dead. The next card was talking. Interested, awaiting messages, texts, calls, emails, talking more. And the next card was partying. Time with friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment. And the last card was the snake. Competition and enemy. The other woman. Look over your shoulder. It's funny because I'm feeling like for some of you that this person, the snake, I'm hearing that it's in your friend group. Okay. This is going to resonate with some of you, not the rest. I'm just saying what comes to my head. So some of you are definitely, enjoying your single life, partying and stuff, but there's a friend around it that you can't trust, is what I'm hearing. Okay. And I do feel like you have somebody that's interested in you, that wants to talk, text, call. Um, but I'm hearing they're fearful maybe to go around that because I feel like you just went through the death of a relationship, okay? Because you have the death card. Um, and with this death card too, this is like Spirit saying, whatever your past relationship was, it is dead, done, and over with. This is like full on confirmation. Don't go there. Okay. Um, and that could be the snake, could be, your ex maybe is the person. Maybe they're around in your friend group. Maybe you guys still share the same friend groups. Okay. Um, that person may not be, you may not be able to trust that person as well, which can happen after a breakup, too. But I'm also telling you guys to be aware of that. They could be talking to your friends, telling stories and all of that. But with your first card being the abundance card, Spirit really wants you to have a positive mindset through this transformation. Okay. Um, and they want you to be grateful for what you do have, the blessings that you do have in your life, to focus on those things instead of the negative. Okay. Because we manifest what we think about. whether it be positive or negative. Okay. So they really want to make sure you're in a positive mindset. Okay. Um, okay. Let's move into the tarot and see what's in your current energy right now. What else Spirit wants you to know around your love life, and see what is coming in for you. Okay, Spirit, what do you have for Taurus? What energies are around them? What do they need to see? What do they need to know in their current energies, Spirit? What do you have for Taurus? No, they say take them all. Okay, take them all. I don't know how many's here, but we're going to line them up. And then I need one more before I say anything. One more. One more, please, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, so the first card that came out was Abundance, the Ace of Swords. So it's like new plans, new ideas, and success. And this is on the Abundance card. Okay. So this is success in your new ventures that you're going on. Okay. And I feel like you're going to have, clarity of the mind on what you want to, the direction in which you want to go. Okay. Because I feel like some of you are making plans. You have like realizing the truth about a situation. Okay. And then you also have the Ace of Wands, which is good news coming in, inspiration, finding a new passion, very intuitive. Okay. And that came out on the Death card. So I think for some of you, you're very intuitive about this relationship and you know that's dead, done, and over with. And you may have been the one who ended it. Okay. For some of you, not all of you. And then you have the Queen of Swords. Okay. And the Queen of Swords is a person who speaks their mind. Okay. Very direct, highly intelligent, analytical. Okay. Who has suffered loss and hardship. And that's why she is where she's at, right? You know, she's very analytical. And it's like anybody that comes to her, if they're telling lies or whatever, she's like, nope, not having it. Okay. And that's funny because that came out on the talking, which is interesting. Let me think about that for a second. Because I feel like there's somebody that may be talking around you that you're like, nope, that's not how it was. That's not how it is. I'm not having that. Okay. And then on the partying, you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is abundance. So, and the partying, happily single. And this is like abundance and it's the energy of a woman who is independent person, very secure in where she's at in her life. Okay. And I feel like a lot of you, that's where you're at now. Okay. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So it's a moment of balance. It's like you're balanced, it's prosperity, but you're balanced in finances and, your security and everything. And for some of you, maybe you took a financial hit through a breakup, I'm hearing. Um, but I see a lot of you are financially stable with the Queen of Pentacles, and then you have the Nine of Pentacles here. Um, I'm hearing like rewards for your hard work. Okay. But I take that as hard work in the healing of yourself too through this relationship, because this is a love relationship and that's what we're focusing on. But I do feel like if you don't feel financially stable right now, you will become financially stable. Okay. Because you're putting in the hard work to get there. Okay. So let's get another row of clarifiers here. of your current energy before we move on to what you don't see coming. Actually, one more shuffle, they say. One more shuffle. Okay. Okay, Spirit, what else do you have for Taurus in their current energies? What is around them? What do they need to know? Ah, the Devil in reverse. That's good. I'll get out more cards before I say anything, but I'm glad to see the Devil in reverse because the Devil has to do with toxicity, addictions, anything that is not for your highest good. Basically, you've gotten rid of all that. My card's upside down. Oh, I turned my cards upside down. But I'm going to leave it in reverse. The Devil. Well, because it's the only one that came out in reverse. That's interesting. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, I see the Queen of Cups. I'm going to take her too. Because I feel like I was supposed to, but let me get one more card before I continue. Okay. That's too many. They're saying take them anyways. Okay, I'm taking them. I am taking them. I say no, they say yes. So like I said, you got the Devil in reverse. Okay. So if any of you were dealing with addictions or somebody with addictions, and that could be anything, that could be, addicted drugs, alcohol, food, being on your phone too much, your computer too much, anything that doesn't serve your highest self, anything that doesn't, that, it's in excess is the devil. Okay. So I feel like you've cut your chains from that. Okay. And then you have the Hanged Man, which is, seeing things from a higher perspective. Okay. And then you have Judgment, which is Spirit. If you see these people are dead and they're standing up in their coffins, because Spirit is calling them and they're starting a new life. They're like being raised from the dead. Spirit is calling them out to start a new life. Okay. And they're answering the call. Okay. And I feel like this is you. You're answering the call to start a new life because you've gotten a higher perspective and you've gotten rid of the devil. Okay. You've cut the chains from the devil. Okay. So you got a new higher perspective. You're answering the call. Okay. And then after that, you have the Queen of Cups, which is, using your intuition. But I feel like this is somebody coming in for you. It's like, and it doesn't matter if it's male or female. Okay. But this is somebody very emotional. Okay. Empathetic, sensitive person, deep feeling. And I feel like this is coming in for you in the near future because this is the card of near future events. Okay. And then after that, I said I wasn't going to take these cards, but I did. Okay. You have um, re-encounters, the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cup is like nostalgia about the past. Okay. So for some of you, this could be somebody coming in from the past. Now, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but it's somebody maybe from your childhood or something. You're reconnecting with this person. Okay. So a lot of times this is people will read it as somebody coming in from your past, an ex. Okay. And that might be true for some of you, but with this reading and how the cards are laid out, I don't feel like it's somebody you actually dated. I am feeling like it's just somebody like a childhood friend or something, okay, that's coming back in. But I feel with this, it's going to create abundance and happiness because you have the Ace of Cup, which is, overflowing. You're overflowing. You're just so happy. Everything's in alignment. You're answering the call. You definitely have somebody coming in that is very emotional and stable, okay, that has gone through and done all the same kind of heart centered work that you have done, okay? And this might be somebody from your past, that might be who this person is. But I really feel like somebody's coming in to offer you their cup, Okay, because this is new beginnings, and a new relationship, romance, love. This is the card of romance and love. Okay, and then you got the Three of Pentacles, which is it's like profit. It's hard work, commitment, attention to detail, quality work, study, growth, determination, goals. And I feel like that's what is going on here. Like you're going to be recognized for, your hard work and your decision making. And I feel like people are looking at you like a very stable person after this. Okay, after this healing that's happening with you. Okay. And I think you've gotten there because you've done the work. You've let go of the addictions. You've cut the chains. Um, you've gotten a higher perspective. You're answering the call to change some things in your life, to start a new life. And I feel like you're going to be recognized for doing that. Okay. Let's get one last clarifying row for what is in your near future, which I feel like this person that's coming in from your past is within your near future. That's bringing you in love, a new relationship. But we're going to get one more row, and this is what you don't see coming, which I already feel like those other three are supposed to be part of that row, but I was told to take them, so I do. I do what I'm told. Okay, Taurus. What does Taurus not see coming? Okay, in their near future. What does Taurus not see coming in their near future? What else do you want Taurus to see or to know? Whoa. I'm going to put these down here and get a full row before that, before I say anything. What else does Taurus need to know? What is coming in for them in their near future? I was told to look at the bottom of the deck and I have the star. I will take that. I get a couple more, please, Spirit. A couple more for Taurus. What do they have coming in? And one more, please. Celebration. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. This looks really good. Okay, so the card that comes in, so Spirit is trying to bring you in a wish, okay, and they're wanting you to pay attention to it. So the Four of Cups came out, and as you can see, this gentleman is sitting here looking at all these three things that he's already tried. He's tried either relationships that he's tried, not to say that all of you have had three relationships. I'm just saying things that have not worked in the past. Spirit is trying to hand him a cup of love. And he's not even looking at it because he's too busy concentrating on the ones that did not work in the past. Okay, Spirit doesn't want you to do that. They want you to pay attention. They want you to be aware. Okay. And then the next card that came out was the Nine of Swords, which is worries, negativity, unhappiness. This is like sleepless nights. This is what it makes me think of. Um, it's like the never ending story. Or no, not the never ending story. The no, my gosh, I can't think of it. Like Groundhog Day over and over again. You keep waking up and having nightmares about the same thing. Um, but with the star card coming right after that, that tells me it's the end of that cycle. Okay, the end of your worries and stuff like that. That is no longer going to be happening. So maybe some of you are still dealing with that. And that's why this is coming up, because Spirit's saying that's ending. Okay, the star, they have the star card that came out right after that. So that tells me that this cycle that you have been in is ending. Okay, because they are bringing you in more. And then you have the Ten of Wands, okay, which is, again, it's a 10. He's carrying those wands. It's like heavy burdens, okay, but he's almost home. And that's what I'm hearing. You're almost home. You're almost done. This is almost the end of the cycle. You're almost there. Don't give up hope, okay, because the star is all about hope, okay? Don't give up hope because, this guy, he's taking these wands to his home. It's the story of um, the Ten of Wands in Tarot, but that means he's almost getting his harvest. Okay. So it's like laying down the burdens, laying down all of The stress, the obligations, the problems. He's almost there. Okay. So this too shall pass is what I'm hearing. Okay. And the last card for you is the Three of Cups, which is celebration, abundance. After the harvest, there's celebration, family, friends, loved ones. Okay. Fun, gathering, socializing, getting together, having a good time, festivities, festivals, weddings, engagement, parties. Okay. So, and to me, that goes with those anyways. So, that is a great reading, Taurus. Definitely some healing that you have done, but I feel like you've been standing tall the entire time through this. And Spirit is letting you know they have something amazing coming in for you. Okay. Truly amazing. A love that is more aligned with where you're at in life, is what I'm hearing. Okay. I'm going to leave it here, Taurus. I hope this resonated and I hope this helped you. And if it did, please remember to like, subscribe, all those wonderful things. It really helps out my channel here and it pushes this kind of information out to people that may be in need of it. Okay. So until next time, I'm sending you love and light.